See, the human hand is perfectly sized to deal with almost any creature, including its own. But the fingers are magic, and the hand is not supposed to be fiddling with cell phones. How many of you people have told your young children that there was a time before the cell phone? Or did you forget to say that? And it was very, very recently. Like, so recently it was like yesterday. And that everything was better. Like, we all heard our parents and grandparents say how great things were in the past, but I mean, now it's really true. And the irony is that it's never been truer. Like, I'm kind of glad they don't have footage. They don't even attempt to make movies like this anymore, because people's hands are not capable. And remember, like Randall Carlson talked about, it's not him, but it's the size of the pyramids were 2 paces. They were measured by the 2 pace of a man. See, like, so look at the horse's stride. It will always be, if you take a horse and you make it stride twice, you can pretty much gauge that that's a certain measurement. Same with the human's walk. Well, do you see people walking with a stride anymore? No one's got those corduroys that swish anymore. You don't have the sound of a human walking. And animals don't want to see you people dressed up in your suffocating garbage material clothing. It's not beautiful. You think you're cool because it says the North Face on it, but it's not cool. You guys are dead. It's like the Emerald Forest said, called the people in the rainforest called everybody outside of it the dead world. And we had movies like this that inspired us up until the early 80s, and it would have kept going except for they took it away from us because of the New Order after Expo 86 in Vancouver, when the people started making so much money off Chinese cash. Then they started to think that they should just have their New World Order between making China, harnessing China like this wild stallion. And of course it's a backfiring because they're human beings. They're still people that have been taken everything away because, you know, the West calls them gooks, or they think that they all look alike. And this will never change because Chinese and Asians and all Asians. I remember I talked to a Filipino lady at a store back in the late 80s, and she looked Chinese, and I asked her, "Are you Chinese?" She was so like, "No!" And I was kind of shocked at that reaction. It was my awakening to realize, wow, people sure hate each other a lot. And then I learned, wow, the Japanese and Chinese have a hatred, the British and the Chinese. I mean, if you really get people to say what's really truly on their mind, there is a lot of unfinished business, and there's no going forward when you're in quicksand, because you're not getting the truth when people just put on these fake smiles. And in reality, they're like, no! But the answer is to do the talking circle, the ho'oponopono, like the Hawaiians would do, and rectify this, have the elders rectify the situation satisfactorily. It's never been done. It's never been done. And it's a shame because we don't have the momentum of the Black Stallion movies anymore. We had so much momentum in the 80s. We had all the momentum of our music and our pretty good movies. A lot of them were good. And then they squished it. They squished the momentum, and now it's like you're trying to steer the Titanic away from the iceberg. It's kind of too late, because people don't have the momentum of happiness and freedom of the body anymore, because they got our bodies and they got our hair salons, because it's too expensive, real estate. I don't know how people can't get it. No one is saying that the haircuts are gone. No one is saying it. And your hair is everything. And in the animal kingdom, their fur and how long it grows and how specific it is makes the animal what it is. So why do you think that your human hair shouldn't be sculpted in the way that your humans performed with the best performance? We can't perform unless we have arrived at that point. And now we've gone over the point, and it's gone now. It's lost forever. Because you know why.